like happened like years ago. And I was like, so I was like, I didn't say it, but I was like, no offense to Kaya, but like, why would he say something to her and not me?
Oh my god, you're.
Conversations are over and you're practicing your math. Let's see how far you can get. There are, let's call 1, 2, and 3 bell work, and then there's 4 is a word problem I'll help you with, of course. I'm going to help you with all of them. And then there's 3 graphs right underneath this for today. Yeah. You don't have to make the graph, you just have to answer a question. So as you know, your assignment Friday was online. Where'd it go? You weren't alone because there's videos, worked out examples, and online tutoring. There is an actual teacher, the online tutor.
Sometimes they're not online.
What are the hours? Does anybody know? The hours of the online tutor? The textbook tutor?
They actually talk.
They do, they actually chat with you.
Then in the morning at 5 and 9 a.m.
No, it's actually times when we're not in school. It's evening hours. It's meant to help you with homework.
We do not have a quiz. My grade can't handle that. You look tired.
Does anybody feel confident about showing all of the work and answers for number 1 for extra credit? Kayla's got number 1. Wait, Kayla, did you get points last time or off the point?
Yes.
You right up here? Okay. Okay, somebody who did not get points last time feel confident in number 2. Number 2 I think is more difficult. Anybody want number 2? I mean, I got points before that. Well, okay. Yeah, we'll get 2 over chance, but if they don't want it, I would assume no. Anybody want to try number 2? I'll give you points towards the online assignment.
I can't.
Alright, who wants 3? So we're going to answer for number 3 for extra credit.
Is it want me to do 2?
I need like a refresher.
You got to share.
No, I haven't done it.
Who wants 3?
Do the question. Yeah.
What'd you do?
Yeah. I'll do number 1.
Get it?
Yeah, I'm number 3.
You said what? Yeah, we did get extra credit before.
No, I did
Let me
not.
check my grade book.
I went up there, I think, to get extra credit. I could have told you did.
Exactly. I don't have a plus 2 here. You got 2 plus 2 left.
Okay, that's fine.
Hey, you're on the elevator trying to get his points. Let's go up there and get your points. Yeah. Damn, we told you you had to pull up extra points.
like get that.
wasn't
Yeah.
lying.
I'm doing number 3.
I don't know.
Because that means you have to go up there and get the answer right.
She is 2 plus 2.
So
But y'all should do the positive.
who just said that? Because I want my 1. Number 3.
Who said?
It said, oh, she still got 2 plus 2.
Wait, what's your biggest number 3? Oh yeah, I'm next one. She said she don't know how to do it. She said she don't know how to do it. She go ahead and say how waste our time.
I ain't even saw the lobby.
Simple is strong confirm. Radicals, no decimals. No decimals. Thank you for asking that. Renee, I know something fast. Rebecca is no something fast.
Y'all already know this.
Well, I do not care about no points.
We know you don't care about your point.
Like, I'm not gonna miss my rock. I need to see what my rock is.
Talking about Brian, you check.
Okay, then. Wait,
I'm actually concerned. No, can you get rid of the 2? Okay, maybe I do. Okay.
Was Kayla answer right?
Let me see. She correctly added 150. Negative 29 plus 150 is 121. She then square rooted both sides. Boop, boop. Square root of 121 is 11. And choose the plus and minus. Yes, totally right.
I'm making sure I don't waste my time.
You can't square root 5 though.
Yes, you can. 2.5.
Okay. Oh, shoot.
It's 2.5. Oh, Shrieker, there is no solution.
How though?
It's square root next to square root 5. No solution.
Is this different? So do I get my points or no?
Yep. You got it right.
You worried about it?
Well, is this right? Come and get it right. I'll still give you points. All right. Let's look at what Sherry did. Yes. So she added 3 correctly, got 20. Divided by 4 correctly, got 5. Square rooted both sides correctly. The only thing I would have done different, since you're not actually square rooting 5, you leave the square root right there. And this is the answer. X is plus or minus the square root of 5. Now, if we were taking decimal, then I would put that in the calculator, use the squiggle, and write the decimal. Try 2.01. Does anybody want to do it? What's the square root of 5? 2.2?
2.5. What?
2.2. So I knew I was near 4 because the square root of 4 is 2. So, but this is simplest radical form, radical answer. All right, let's look at number 2.
I don't like.
Sorry, you got your credit.
But that's 6 points, right?
That's a lot.
Extra credit, yeah.
All right, so when you have the parentheses, you start straight off by using the square root sign. The square root of 1 is 1. Don't overthink it. 1 squared is 1. The square root of 1 is 1. The plus or minus sign goes into the problem as soon as you square root. So that's absolutely right. Add 8 to both sides. X is 8 plus 1. X is 8 minus 1. So there's 2 equations, the positive and the negative. X is 9. X is 7. Oh my gosh, all 3 of you guys got it right. Great job, you guys. That's a good start to a Monday. I will now do this word problem. Actually, you guys read it, finish up what you're doing, and then I'll do it. This is number 4. No. Yeah. And there's actually 3 graphs after this, and then we're done with that. Then a handout. Yeah, let's call the rest of this class for. Yep. Jason, you remember the formula for volume of a rectangular prism? Or a box? Volume of a box? Can you tell me? I know you know it. Volume equals volume is length, width, and height. It's like, you know, the area of a square is just length times width. So then, you know, if that's the bottom of a box, you multiply that by the height, and that fills in that whole box. It's a solid cube. So a volume of formula, and you're given formulas. That formula is given on the SAT and it's given on your exam. So you just have to know how to use it.
Miss, for number 2, is that 9 and 7 or 9 and 8?
9 and 7. All right, the volume of the box is 540. So instead of V, I'm going to write a 540. Okay. The length is 3 times the width. So what would the length be? How do I write that in a math problem? Length is 3W. So in the W spot, in the L spot, I put 3W because it says length is 3 times the width. We don't know the width, but we do know the height. The height is 10. So you start with the formula, you plug in the information they give you. I'm going to pause and see how far you guys can take it from there. Anybody have an answer yet for the width? Anybody want to have a shout out? Answer? Emma, you have an answer? No. Let's take a look at 3W times W. 3W squared times 10. 30W squared. 3 times 10. Anybody get this far? Thumbs up if you got this far. Alright, I'll continue. Or do you want me to pause and you finish it? Please solve square root first.
Or divide.
Dividing first is the right way to go.
It's like when I did this. It's that.
You guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say use a decimal. Round to 2 decimal places. Now notice, in my math, when I am justifying my work of calculating this volume, I write the plus or minus, but in my complete sentence answer, I know that a width cannot be negative, so I don't list the plus or minus as my answer. I'm just going to say the width is approximately 4.24 inches. The length is approximately, what's the length? You did it? Yeah. 3 times the width, so it's 12.72. And here's my answers. So the plus or minus is so important, but as soon as you're applying it to like a real object, if the negative doesn't work, don't use the negative. You can't have a negative side length. You would reject it, only keep the positive. Oh, 2 steps, same answer. Good job. Okay, my bad. We got that. It's the same directions. Solve using the graph. I have 3 parabolas shown, all opening down. They all have a negative leading coefficient. What are the solutions? You guys talk about it in your group, try to remember, figure it out. Does anybody look at this and they know right away they remember it? So you have to work together, talk about it.
Alexa, number 5. What do you think? Number 5. Okay. Where are the 2 dots? -1, -5, and the 5. So we're writing it down. On paper. What are you guys? In the A is -3. You know what I'm making?
Yeah.
What else looks like a doing? Really, I wrote not right that. So what the ISIS solution is an equation. I just don't remember. It would be, it's in between -1 and -2. Really, like, there's literally it would be, no, not negative, +1 2. So it would be salty. It's just
I found this. This is all I know.
that's so fine. I know everything now. You know, that's
I already did it. I just don't understand what we're trying to like. What are we trying to find?
No, you had the answer.
I did.
okay, so I don't have your stuff.
As a reminder, it's the x-intercepts that are solution. Okay? Something that's very hard to remember, it's just facts. X-intercepts are solutions. So in number 5, the answer is -5 and -1. So I thought you said. So this is a 2-solution quadratic. No work needed. The graph is given.
Do we have to drop it?
No, just identify the x-intercept. Number 6, the solution is 3. And in number 7, there are no x-intercepts, so there is no solution. So sometimes there's 2 solutions, sometimes there's 1 solution, and sometimes there aren't any. Everybody kind of remembering that now that you see it? Why not? Okay. So, as a review, what we've covered so far for solving quadratic equations, and that means that you're working with not just x, but x squared. We've done factoring. That was the one we did actually in chapter 8, but that's where we did this. You don't need to write this, I'm reviewing it for you. You don't need to write it, you can if you want, but I'm just giving you a perspective of what I'm about to tell you. Factoring is when we did what multiplies to -90 and adds to 1. And you would take 10 and 9, and you would solve those. You guys remember doing that? These things are x-intercepts. So if I was to show you the graph of this one, the intercept would be -10 and 9. Okay? Can we do that? Square rooting is what we just did. If x squared equals 25, you get plus and minus 5 because you square root both sides. Alright? Graphing is what we just did. You look at the picture and you pick the x-intercepts. Okay? There's one last method that you have to learn. It's called the quadratic formula. The great thing about it is that you don't have to memorize it. And I'm going to give you a handout that shows it. Okay? The best thing about the quadratic formula is that it'll solve problems that can't be factored. Do you guys remember when we were doing this and some of them you could not factor? The quadratic formula will solve everything. Well, some of them have no solution. But it'll solve a quadratic that can't factor or square root. And it's it's quicker than graphing. Okay? So I'm gonna write it here, and then I'm gonna give you a handout where it's written, and on your formula sheet during your exam, you have it. You just have to be able to do it correctly. So I want to remind you that a quadratic is ax squared plus bx plus c. So the formula takes all these little coefficients, a, b, and c, it plugs it into a tiny little formula, and then you have to simplify it. You do negative b. There's a plus or minus sign because there's a square root bar. Underneath the square root bar is b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2 times a. Anybody seen the quadratic formula before? It's in the school of rock. They do a song about it. You learned it already. Yeah. Some people learned it already. Before this year, everybody had to memorize it. You guys are lucky you don't have to memorize it. No, somebody don't. So it looks like a complicated formula, but I think it's easier than graphing. And a lot of people even think it's easier than factoring because you just gotta plug it in, simplify. All right, take one and pass it back. This is the last thing you have to learn for a quiz on Thursday.
Which one?
This Thursday. I just put it right here on this. Yeah, we just did it because no. I don't. I think most of y'all did not have a quiz last week. It was the Friday before, so it's been 2 weeks, pretty much. So you guys have a quiz Thursday. I would do Friday, but.
Monday.
It's chapter 9. That's April 6th. The front says quadratic formula, the back says discriminant. Where your papers at? You got one? There you go. Everybody got a paper now?
Your sister takes your mom.
Yes.
My mom would never. She'd be like, suck it up, take it.
Alright, I'm gonna do the first two with you, and then we're gonna flip to the back. So everybody, I have a huge note to make for you. I didn't answer. I'd like to do. I'll give you notes for 70%. What?
75.
Yeah, that's like. Like the last quiz you took with the graphing and
We ain't use our notes for it.
No, everybody did use the notes.
I did too.
Yeah, seven.
I failed.
I thought we were done with that.
Everybody did use notes last time. It was on graphing and.
It wasn't the drafting, it was the other parts of it.
You can use notes for 70%.
Why 70? What happened to the other 5% that we usually do?
Do you think you're gonna score higher than a 70 with your notes?
Yes, I do.
It's not like if you it's not like 70% of it's furnished, it's that's as high as you get. What do you there's nothing to memorize. You just move things over and square root.
Yeah, but like.
And I'm giving you this formula. It's provided. No, factoring's not. It's just square rooting and graphing. What's on the test?
No.
Just these three.
Oh, that's not bad.
There's nothing to memorize. You don't have to make your own graph. It's just tell me the points.
Oh, if this is telling you the points, I can do that.
Yeah, and I give you this formula. It's this formula. There's nothing to really memorize. Okay?
So that's not bad.
Like I don't even think. Yeah.
that x equals negative b plus or negative b squared minus 4 times a times b is a formula.
That's a formula. Specifically, it's called the quadratic formula. It's one of the most famous formulas in high school math. Most people remember it. I mean, they remember seeing it and having to do it. They don't remember the formula. Okay. I have an important note. Important. Alright, what's so important is that your equation must equal 0 before you do the quad formula. So you have to set it up many times before it can. So I should have a 0 here. So to make a 0, I will subtract 4 and rewrite the problem. So that I have a 0. The equation must equal 0 before you use the formula. All the A's, the B's, and the C's have to be on the same side before you start plugging in. Rewrite it, rearrange it. Well, your problem, if you see number 2, already has the 0 there, so you just go right into the formula. This one didn't. It's a mix and match. Alright, so we're going to focus on our rewritten part, not on the way it was given. And I'm going to go ahead and say that A is 2, B is negative 1, and C is negative 4. Yep, it's the number in front. B is the number in the middle. And C is the number without any x's. It's the constant. So now we're going to plug in A, B, and C to the formula. Everybody okay so far?
No.
The formula goes x equals, because it's telling me x-intercepts.
We ain't got to actually solve it.
Negative b. Well, b is already negative, so I got parentheses. That's going to end up positive 1. When you put a negative in, it ends up going positive. I got to have a plus or minus sign. I got to have a big square root bar. That's why we just practiced square rooting so we could do the formula. I got b squared, so that's negative 1 squared minus, there's a 4, a 2, 4, a, c. Big fraction line, 2a.
And that's just the answer.
Now we're going to break it down using gammas.
This ain't going to be on the test.
Grouping symbols instead of even your exam gives you the formula.
But if he gives you the formula.
Alright, so here I go. I'm going to go about simplifying things. First off, whenever it's a negative b, it goes positive. Negative, negative makes it a positive. Rewrite the plus or minus sign. Negative 1 times negative 1. You always have access to a calculator. Use a calculator if you want. A negative times a negative is a positive. 4 times 2 is 8. And 2 times 2 is 4. I don't try to do the whole thing at once. Okay, don't try to simplify every little piece of this at once. You pick and choose a process that works. Beta positive, x squared, because exponents come right after grouping symbols. This is a three-way multiplication. I just did the 4 times 2 and rewrote the last one, and then I also did the bottom. All right? We're 2 steps away.
People rewriting the formula after every single time we solve something in it.
That's your fault. You know, if you get really good at the b squared minus 4ac, if you get really good at that, you don't have to show so many steps. You know, I'm showing you a lot of steps so you get the order of operations correct. But you can start breaking this down much more quickly. There we go. Now, had my directions say round to the nearest decimal, I would be hitting a calculator right now and making this a decimal. But this is simplest radical form. If 33 could square root, then I would keep going. So sometimes it goes even further. 12 doesn't square root. Let's try a different one. Oh, yeah, you 12, you'd have to do 4 times 30. Like 25. I would bring a 5 out. All right, y'all, go ahead and get started on number 2.
You don't gotta rearrange number 2.
Yeah, good news. You don't have to rearrange it. Yeah. So A is 1. Oh, is it the same thing?
A is 1.
No.
B is 12. C is negative 3.
Yep. Go ahead, try plugging it in. You guys try to do the first 2 steps. Simplify, plugging correctly, simplify something correctly.
So you set up a problem just like the one at the top?
Just like the one at the top.
Oh, I'm still a little lost.
The formula's right here. We'll start by writing x equals. Did you write x equals yet? X equals.
X equals 1. Okay, I got the first step done. And with a little positive and negative thing.
Why'd you pick 1?
It'd be negative 4.
It'd be negative 4, Gavin. Good job. Where'd the 4 come from?
It's B.
Yeah, are you looking at the formula? B goes in that spot.
Oh, you took
I don't know everything.
The bottom of the formula is 2a.
The 3 is supposed to be a negative. Mine?
You really were.
You really were.
Hey,
It's
we gotta go.
Clearly about to do it.
She gotta go. Yeah.
I didn't even see
I
it.
know it is.
Honestly, you like it's a steady session. Does you spend more than like 2 days just doing this? Because this is a look.
Yeah, I don't.
Nobody asks about what Gavin did. The whole class, the other class, people in the class don't care.
Keep going though, right?
That's it. You can't keep going. I think it's too much. Let's go with that. I'm gonna give you guys permission to go to decimals now.
Really? Now you want to do?
Now we switching. Now we switching.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that's enough.
Well, I've been showing simple circle form and form
That's
so.
enough.
I don't think you guys can
Yeah.
handle that right now. So let's do decimals. What do you want?
If we got like,
I have a square root 28.
Wait, what does she mean? So you get like a fraction and like add teachers.
You got a 7%. The whole class just started. It was shooting. That was so productive.
You guys understand this, or is it just because
I guess.
The curve? She does a curve.
what is this question?
It wasn't 14.
Alright, so this is what it looks like when you round. Does anybody have a question about how we arrived at 28? When I square root 28, I did 5.29. I rounded. What do you mean 2 decimals? You mean 2 answers? So the plus and minus, you're gonna separate. I did -4 plus 5.29, and then I did -4 minus 5.29, and here's my answer. These are your x-intercepts. So in the real world, parabolas don't go through neat, even whole numbers. They go through decimals. So in the real world, the formula gives you these decimal answers that are real measurements. When you see parabolas out there, like in architecture and things, it's not so easy as just saying, oh, it's 2 and 7. You know, it's probably a decimal. Use a formula, get your decimal. I multiplied it. I did -4 times -3, and I got a Alright guys, so your goal today is to finish just the next 3. I'm gonna
Whoa, wait a minute.
You can't even finish one.
I better do the first one.
You guys, I rewrote them for you. Don't pack up before you rewrite.
It ain't about what Gavin thinks. It's about what the class thinks. Because I was what?
There's still 4 minutes. I'll be happy to do the next one.
No.
Yes, please.
The class is tired of you
So
going.
I subtracted 18x over, and I added 15 over. So I moved these things.
Mine's like too far in advance. Just because you're older, don't
Not the back.
Don't do the back yet. Don't do the back.
Calculus, actually. Oh, you keep it, but you don't lose it.
Alright, there's the formula. Plugged in. Should I keep going or should I plug in the next one?
You should stop, right? Yeah.
We did it earlier. Like, my desk was in front of it.
You do the other problems too.
Really, I do not. So let me continue. When they like got together,
No way.
with two lovers like that.
Interruption. A few afternoon announcements. One bus change, bus 1092 will ride 667. 1092 will ride 667 and it's first in line. Students going to prom, please remember that you need 0 student debt in order to pick up your paper prom ticket. Your debt slip